Have you been watching any TV shows lately?
TV?
Mm-hmm.
No.
No TV shows this season?
Outside of SNL and Daily Show, no.
No?
I just watched The Office.
Did you watch last episode?
The last episode of The
Really
Office?
good.
It was. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Pretty fucking depressing.
Which one?
That was the one where...
Oh, wait a minute. No, I did not see it this past
you didn't
Thursday.
See it?
I did not see it this past Thursday. What happened?
Well, I always want to say David. It's not David, because that's... David Brent is there.
Right. Michael.
That woman, his ex-girlfriend, who...
Right.
She's pregnant. Jan?
Yeah.
She was pregnant.
Yeah.
So they wanted to have... he was throwing her a baby shower, like, because she hasn't had the baby yet, and he's, like, all... getting ready to help over to delivery and stuff like that, and she shows up to the baby shower, and she's had the baby already, and she never told Michael about it.
Oh, snap. Really?
Yeah. There were funny parts, but overall, in general, it was a very depressing episode. And
was it like that cringe type, like, oh, what?
Yeah, it was like, well, kind of, yeah. But something actually, and finally something happened with that Holly character, which I think is the best new character on there. Holly's
the Amy...
Yeah, the blonde that they brought in at the end of last season.
Yeah.
There's a really awesome scene with her and Michael at the very end.
Okay, I should watch it online.
No, yeah, just watch it. I think you can go on Hulu. I think Hulu's got them. But no, it was really good.
Okay. Earl. You watched My Name is Earl? I've been watching that.
No, I watched, let's see. House? Fringe?
I've dropped Fringe. I just can't, man.
That show's really good.
Is it? I tried. I watched the first 2 episodes and it wasn't grabbing me.
It's very formulaic, but it's really
good.
Yeah,
but see, that was the thing. It was really formulaic, and there was nothing about it that I went, oh, wow. It's like it didn't grab me like, let's say, like Alias did or Lost. It's just not...
It's really good.
It wasn't really rocking me. But, man, it'll come on again. Did you hear about the Sarah Connor Chronicles?
Yeah,
they renewed it.
They renewed it?
Renewed it for a full season.
I was just reading that they were getting shitty ratings.
They renewed it for a full season, which is making people wonder what's going to happen with Dollhouse.
Or do you mean that they renewed it to the end of this season? Because they only taped 13 episodes. Did it get picked up for the rest of the season?
I think it got picked up for the rest of the season, yeah.
Wow,
which you don't do unless you think the show's going to float.
Well, that fucking Prison Break has been going on for like 3 years now, and that show was a piece of shit. But no, and then Law and Order Special Victims Unit I watched, and then Bones, which you don't watch, right?
I've watched an episode here and there.
Really
I like it. It's cute. It feels a lot like to me it feels kind of like X-Files light. I mean, although it's really nothing. I'm talking about
that's kind of like what Fringe is.
The relationship. Oh no, see the thing about it. No, that's the other thing about Fringe that I can't stand. To me, it's totally X-Files.
But But the thing I like about it is that it's the X-Files, but the things are really happening. It's not like, is this real? Did this really happen? It's actually a part of a bigger story where all these freaky things are really happening, and I kind of like that because I don't like to be taken for a dope like on X-Files.
I got X-Files right. Yeah. But that was pretty pissed. That pissed
and then
me
Supernatural,
off.
You don't watch, which is the show that you should be watching. Right. Supernatural, and actually, do you watch Kitchen Nightmares with Gordon Sheffield?
See, I do watch. I don't know, not regularly, but I will sit if I feel like watching a car crash, I will sit down and watch Kitchen Nightmares. And the thing that drives me nuts, and I was actually talking about it to a friend of mine at work this past week. The people who go on Kitchen Nightmares, don't they watch the show? I mean, if you know this is what the guy is like, and he's going to rip you to shreds, they act like totally surprised when the guy says what he says and does what he does, and at the very end, they ends up being right anyway.
But it's not like that this season though, because people actually do know him.
Okay.
And so like this season, it's more like they know what they're in for, but they're still very reluctant to change their ways. But the thing I love about that show is that. It's actually, and I don't like shows that have happy endings, but it's every time like that, Gordon Ramsay goes there and he actually makes their lives better.
Right. Right.
He brings families together. He brings back businesses that were almost like going to be gone within a couple of months, but half the fun of that show is watching him swear at people.
It is, but and these people are such idiots.
It's not as fun. It's not as fun as Hell's Kitchen, which is the competition where he's just yelling at everybody.
Right.
But this is that show is really good though.
I think the one episode I watched like from beginning to end was the one where the guy had the Italian restaurant, and he made him change it into a steakhouse.
Yeah.
And the guy didn't know. He's like, oh, I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know if this is gonna work. And it was like so obvious, he had like a butcher selling premium steaks like not far away, and he'd be happy to get in. And he's just going, okay, we're gonna make it a steakhouse, and it went over huge. It went over huge.
Well, like Ramsey's got like 10 restaurants or something like that,
yeah.
So I think he knows what he's doing. But no, there's that, and then I don't know other shows, but all those shows are just too many shows actually. Oh, and True Blood on HBO.
See, I watched the pilot. I don't like it that much.
You should give it.
Do more?
Yeah.
The pilot seemed like it was trying too hard, and it just felt too much like Buffy. And the only
nothing like Buffy.
Well, no. And the thing about it was that because I loved 6 Feet Under, and I think Alan Ball is like a great writer and a great director. That I guess maybe I was expecting way too much.
That's what I was expecting too. It's completely devoid of. You need to separate it from 6 Feet Under because it's not. It's something completely different. Plus, it's based on a series of novels. So, but he did write the first 4 episodes though, and he directed the first one. Right. But no, I actually like it. It's really good. Okay.
Maybe I can get it on demand. No, but that whole thing about having these expectations, we talk about it all the time, and it's funny you should mention. We had discussed Michael Clayton. And I watched Michael Clayton on HBO not that long ago, and I had a completely different reaction to it this time than when I saw it at the theater, when I hated it. And this time I was going, wow, this is actually a really good movie.
It is really good.
But I mean, my expectation was gone at that point. I wasn't going, they were marketing it as this big thriller, and it wasn't a thriller at all. It was a character piece. So when you look at it as a character piece, you sit there and you go, wow. And I mean, it's so well directed and written and edited.
Tilda Swinton's awesome in that movie.
Tilda Swinton's great. Oh yeah, that whole scene at the end when Michael Clayton calls her on everything, and then she has that emotional and physical breakdown right there as the camera's pulling away. That's such a great moment, and I remember even afterwards when they were doing the whole the Academy Awards for it, they was getting all those nominations. Going, that movie's horrible. How could it get so much consideration? And I gotta say, I was wrong. It's a really well-made film, but once you take away the expectation, and I think that's a big thing that the lesson to be learned from that is don't try to sell it as something it's not. Because you try to sell it as something it's not, then people like me will resent it to the point where even if it's really, really good, we won't like it.
No, I'll agree with that.
Which is what I think is happening with Final Crisis right now.
Oh, next issue comes out Wednesday.
Finally! Wow.
No, but I mean, that's just to draw back a little bit of what we were saying last time was with the Mark Millar thing. Like the thing that I hate about Millar is that everything that he talks about of all his new awesome series, like, oh my god, this is going to be the bee's knees, this is going to be the shit. Right away, I already don't want to read it.
Right.
But today, the Michael Clayton thing for you is I think you actually were like, you know what, Jose said it was a good movie. I was probably just being a real, bit of a dick. And I know Jose's usually right about stuff. He has really, really good taste. Because I know he's changed my mind on a lot of comics. And it has pointed out the fact that Brian Michael Bendis is kind of a hack. And that's probably what it was. So,
Ouch.